So, will a SAWUSA tour help you get recruited? The answer to that question is yes, but. So, I'm going to talk about the answer, a resounding yes, and I'll explain why. I'm going to start with the but. Before I do that, I will just want to give you a little bit of background on who's talking to you. Student Athlete World actually started as a college recruiting company. I started as a college coach. I coached for 8 years at the college level at 4 different colleges. Obviously learned a lot about college recruiting being a college coach. When I got into the college recruiting industry, I actually started and I wrote a book on college recruiting called College Athletic Recruiting, the Do-It-Yourself Guide. This book has sold over 10,000 copies. Through our college recruiting program, Student Athlete World, we helped 3,000 athletes personally move on to play at the college level. So I say all that to tell you that I know a thing or two about the college athletic recruiting process, all the intricacies of it, how it's changed through the years and all that. So back to the original question, will a Student Athlete World Tour help you get recruited? Yes, but. And I want to start with the but. The but that's not really the main purpose of Student Athlete World Tours. The main purpose of Student Athlete World Tours is to bring out what's great about sports and leave out what isn't. So if you go on our website, I encourage you to do this. Go to the About Us tab, watch a video about our story, read about our mission and purpose. So our mission and purpose is to take high character and talented student athletes to act as ambassadors of the USA, to represent their country, competing in the sport they love on an international stage. We want to combine the thrill of international competition with the many benefits of foreign travel. Our tours are designed to promote athletic development. At heart, we are developing athletes. That's the mission and purpose, along with leadership development, personal growth, cultural appreciation, world perspective, patriotism, family bonding, and fun. Simply put, our goal is to create a once-in-a-lifetime experience that's nothing short of the coolest thing you've ever done. All that means is we want the 10-day trip you're on to be worth, the experience is worth just that 10 days. So if nothing happens with college recruiting, if nothing happens outside of anything but that 10 days, it's worth it. That's our goal. So I had to pull this off the wall. So success is a journey, not a destination. One of the things that's very frustrating in the youth sports, being in youth sports for so long, is hardly anyone ever sits back and actually enjoys where they are. When they're a youth, they're just thinking about, I got to join this 6U elite team, and then I got to join the 7U elite, and then I got to play winter ball 8U so that I can make the spring 9U team. And you're just always trying to get to that next step. Then you get to high school and these awesome games where you have the community there, and you're representing your school. And most kids and parents and coaches, they just talk about college recruiting. I'm gonna get, I gotta get a scholarship. Or they sit in the stands and say, this kid, he's D2, and this kid's D3, and this kid's D1. And you're just always worrying about that next step. Then, someone that, again, that has coached in college, what I saw is so many of these kids got to college, and then they realized, I kind of miss high school. The high school games are really fun. Because in college it's work. You have to get up early and practice long hours, and you see the rest of the college kids having fun and enjoying being a college student, and you're getting up at 6 a.m. on Saturday, and then you go to the game and 400 people are there. Now again, I didn't coach at Duke and North Carolina. I coached at a bunch of small Division II and Division III schools, but the reality is that's most of the athletes. And again, I know you watching this, that's not you. You're going to play at Duke or North Carolina, but the reality is most athletes are going to play at schools outside of those top elite schools that are getting hundreds and thousands of people at their games. So my point of all that is college sports sometimes isn't as fun as people want it to be. So I would encourage you to enjoy where you are. And actually, if you think about it, when do you actually get to sit back and enjoy all the hard work that you put into being an athlete, and and have the culmination of a really, really successful career or an opportunity that's really important. That's what we want our tour to be. We want our tours to be to give you an opportunity to say, I put in so much work my entire life, practices, weightlifting, conditioning, whatever it might be, to be this player, for this sport. Now I get to go to another country, cross an ocean. I get to wear a USA jersey. I get to play against a team from another country, and I get to be an ambassador of my country and put my skills on display for the whole world and have this memory that I'll remember forever. That is a huge part of our mission and purpose, is that the journey is the destination, so that this is part of your sports journey that you can enjoy and not just get to the next level. Now, the point of this video is, will this opportunity help me get to the next level? I know that's what you're thinking, because that's what most athletes, parents for sure, even a lot of youth coaches are really focused on, this getting to the next level. So that's the but. Will SAWUSA Tour help you with that? Of course. At heart, we are an athlete development opportunity. One of the things to think about is every single kid, a lot of our potential travelers will tell us, well, I can't miss this weekend of, this softball tournament or this lacrosse tournament or this AAU basketball tournament. I have to be at every single one of them. If you think about it, when you're applying to colleges and, you're trying to get recruited by a college coach, every single athlete that they're looking at, every last one of them, plays AAU basketball, plays club lacrosse, plays, club softball, or whatever the sport might be. They all have honors and awards at the high school level. They all have team awards, and they all play in these club and showcase tournaments. For you to have an opportunity to say, I traveled internationally, I represented my country, that's something that's really going to stand out. And coaches know that. Coaches are people, that they're the same things that would stand out to you looking at people applying for a job would be what stands out to a college coach looking at potential athletes to recruit. Another reason that another way this can help you is the opportunity to play for a college coach. So most of the coaches for our high school age teams are college coaches. We do have some youth and club coaches on our coaching staff as well. But most of the time you have an opportunity to play for a college coach, be on a tour. Many times there's multiple teams on a tour with multiple college coaches, get an opportunity to watch you play, develop you. It's not uncommon for our coaches to have 4, 5, 6 kids on their roster that traveled with them on one of our teams, or for them to be an advocate for that athlete moving on, to help them get to a school that's a better fit for them, or make a phone call for them, or, help them on that level. That stuff happens all the time. We do not discourage it. Again, it's not the main mission and purpose of what we do, but it's a really big thing that happens organically on all of our tours. And we want all of our coaches to take an active interest in each of the athletes that play for them and help them as they transition to that next level for them. And then probably, in my opinion, the biggest way that this helps athletes move on to that next level is by developing their confidence and helping them mentally get ready for that next step. So one of the things that I hear all the time from parents that traveled with us is they say, when Johnny got back from Europe, he just was a different person athletically. He took that next step. The confidence that he got stepping outside of his comfort zone, playing with these kids from all over the U.S. Some of them were much better than him. It just helped him take his game to the next level. And I know in the college recruiting process, everybody always thinks that it's about exposure, right? I'm already the best player that I can possibly be, and just the only reason I don't have 25 Division I offers is not this magic coach hasn't seen me yet. It's usually not true. How it usually goes is The athlete just has to do things on the field or the court that demonstrate to these coaches that they are at that level. What's the best way to do these things on the court? Get better at your sport and get better at competing at a higher level, whether that be speed or physical traits or whatever. Getting better as a player is such a crucial part of the recruiting process, and that's one of the things that oftentimes gets overlooked is we focus too much on we need to get exposure as opposed to we need to get better. So all those things come together. I think if you're looking at playing at the next level, this is an awesome opportunity to help you with that for all the reasons that I've mentioned. But even if it isn't part of it, even if playing at the next level isn't something that you want to do, and a lot of athletes choose to do a tour with us as a swan song to their high school career. They say, well, I'm not going to, most of our athletes play in college, of course, but we do have athletes that decide not to play in college, but they do a tour with us at the end of their senior year, for example, as a last hurrah in their sport. Like, hey, I put all this work in. I really want to do this trip as a swan song. That's totally awesome. We encourage that. But like I said, the majority of the athletes are, if they are at the high school level, are moving on to the college level, or if they're college level athletes, they're trying to move on to play professional, or if they're youth athletes, they're trying to get ready to prepare to go on to play in high school. They're looking to take that next step. And at heart, we are a player development opportunity. So I hope that helps answer that long question about getting to where you want to go. So remember, enjoy the destination. Success is the journey is the destination. So enjoy it as you go along, and we hope to see you travel in the world soon.